Action.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share something very special with you. Welcome to a little behind the scenes look at my short film I shot this past week for my film school application. Let me just start off by saying I couldn't have done any of this without the help of my family, friends, and partner. Everyone jumped in to help me put this together, from writing and rewriting to edits to rehearsals to planning out the locations and shots. So far, it's been an amazing experience, but it's also been a lot of work and stress. And side note, this short film is only one piece of the whole application. I still have a lot of other pieces to put together, including a 2-page story, but this film is definitely the biggest part of the application in terms of it involving multiple people. What you're about to see is only half of the film. The other half of the film will be shot in September, so you'll get to see behind the scenes for that. Now, I've shot a short film before, but to shoot one of this caliber with a small amount of time and money was a lot of stress. It was fun, but it was a lot of stress mentally and physically. This whole process has really been an eye-opener for me, specifically dealing with lupus. This is a short film that's going to be about 15 minutes, and it took us a whole day just to shoot about half the movie. The day we filmed was a very humid, rainy day, and I remember waking up immediately feeling it all in my joints and body. I was just so fatigued already. Day didn't even start yet, and I love the rain, but it always comes at a price. I had to mentally prepare myself to be on my feet and be ready to shoot scene after scene, regardless of how much pain and fatigue I was feeling. It was definitely a challenge to have to direct and be in the movie, so I was wearing a lot of hats on top of everything. Originally, I wanted to focus on directing, but unfortunately, I couldn't find someone to play the main part, so I ended up doing it myself. And when we shot outside on the rooftop, I had to, reapply a lot of sunscreen because lupus patients aren't allowed to be in the sun for too long. It was also difficult to shoot with my sunglasses off because having cataract surgery made my eyes sensitive to the sun as well. So there were some challenges, but we got through them. And I remember by 3 o'clock, the caffeine was wearing down, and it was really a struggle to not want to lie down and crash, especially after I ate half a sandwich that was all carbs. But yeah, that was a mistake. But the day went on, and by 8 o'clock, my friend who was filming and I were both definitely exhausted. I can't imagine having to hold a heavy camera and camera mount on your shoulders for that long. By that point, the arthritis in my knee was definitely flaring from all the standing and the humidity, and then having to walk around the streets for a good hour. But needless to say, the exercise was good for me regardless. But despite the challenges, I had so much fun. I eventually forgot that I was even in pain. I was just so in the moment. And just being able to spend the day doing what I love to do most, make films. And I got to shoot with some of my favorite people, and my partner even got to play one of my victims. We had to do a lot of takes, but maybe that was just an excuse to make out on camera. Filming this was definitely an eye-opener for me, though, because it made me realize how much more care I needed to take of my body. It was not performing at its best. Yes, there was the humidity and the long hours without breaks and no naps, but I wasn't hydrating enough. I wasn't keeping up with my workouts, and being on a trip is no excuse. I wasn't even, feeling my body with good foods to give me more energy. So it was definitely a way to gauge the caliber of expectations that I would face in the future in film school, working on a real set. No, I won't be wearing that many hats on a real set, but it's still important to make sure my body and mind are working at their best, and it's something I can control for the most part. I'm sure I'll have those lupus down days, but one thing about lupus is that diet and exercise and meditation go a long way. So those are things that I should never ever skip no matter what. And I think that goes for everyone, not just people with lupus. The more I dive into my health journey, discovering new foods, working with Ayurveda, the more I can appreciate how foods fuel our bodies, how exercise builds our endurance, and how meditation gives us mental strength to keep going even when our bodies are a little tired or not cooperating. So, for those of you out there dealing with a chronic disease or are just dealing with something else, remember to take care of yourself and imagine what you're capable of when your body is working at its highest potential. And that is just some food for thought. I'll definitely be more prepared for the second shoot, especially since the weather is going to be cooler. I'll have Tylenol on hand, make sure I get a good night's rest, and stay hydrated on set. And that is all I have for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll definitely be sharing some clips from the next shoot happening in mid-September. I can't wait to continue filming and collaborating with everyone and wrapping all of this up so I can move on with the next steps of my application. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye.